happened, and we had a massive party switch. Now the Democrats are pretty conservative, while the Republicans are pretty liberal. I mean, now Bernie Sanders aligns more with the Republicans, while Donald Trump aligns more with the Democrats. So let's do our updated prediction on that. So starting with the safe Republican states, we obviously have the West Coast, traditionally very liberal, very Democrat, now very Republican. We also have a lot of the West Coast being safe Republican, of course, traditionally very liberal, now very Republican as well as liberal. Look at some of these states, Illinois as well, Hawaii as well, giving the Republicans to start with 180 electoral votes. The Democrats have very farmland states as they are the very conservative party right now, so Texas also goes in that Democratic column. States like West Virginia finally flips back from the Republican status to Democratic status, which it held tens of years ago. So yeah, it looks like right now, Republicans, they win a lot of Northeast and the West Coast, while the Democrats, they sweep the farmlands of the United States and Texas. So for the likely Republican states, we of course have the state of Colorado with that massive party switch. Although the Republicans are not super progressive, they are still going to be able to appeal to a lot of those voters. We also have the state of Maine, the state of Maine at large. This is a state in which the Democrats previously had a very strong hold of. Now the Republicans have a very good lead in Maine's last poll, which had the Republicans on FiveThirtyEight up 12 points after the massive party switch. But the Democrats, they do hold Maine's 2nd district. Previously a very blue district, just flipped red a couple of years ago. Now in the 2020 election, stayed that same way, will flip to the Democrats yet again. The Democrats will also carry Iowa or Ohio. Previously bellwethers, then 2020 broke bellwether status, especially the state of Ohio. Now gonna keep that bellwether status again. Not bellwether status, but gonna go to be a Democratic state yet again. If we look at the state of New Mexico, of course, this is a state in which the Republicans very strong hold over. The oil voters are starting to vote Democrat now, but in the end, Republicans still have a very strong hold in the Albuquerque, Santa Fe area right now, and Virginia as well. These Washington, D.C. suburbs massively trending Democrat previously, now trending back towards the Republicans after the massive party switch. The Democrats are now having very good holds of the rural areas, and, for example, in the neighboring states of Kentucky and West Virginia. The Republicans will end up winning Nebraska 2nd because, right now they have a very strong hold in the Omaha area because it is very urban. While the Democrats, they will do pretty well in the state of Florida. Old voters previously voting Republican, now voting to the Democrats. While the Republicans will end up carrying the state of New Hampshire. The state of New Hampshire gonna go to the Republicans. We have the final few states right now, starting with the state of Wisconsin. Now a lot of these areas have trended Democrat in the 2020 general election. These wild counties are going to trend back Republican, but the rural areas are going to outpace that, and the Democrats, of course, will win a lot of the rural counties and win the state of Wisconsin. We also have the state of Michigan now officially going to the Democrats once again. They will again carry the state of Michigan as they will win a lot of the rural counties. The Republicans, however, will win a lot of the state of Minnesota. With Black Lives Matter, Republicans now support Black Lives Matter. A lot of Republicans at heart, they do support this event right now. So after the party switch, the Republicans are going to have a very good hold of Minnesota. Arizona as well, going to go to the Republicans. Democrats they are so super strong Trump. They really love Trump, and Arizona is a more moderate state, so they will go to the Republicans. We also have North Carolina, a state in which, the urban areas, they are just enough to push the Republicans on top. Well, for the state of Nevada, a lot of these Hispanic voters just haven't really realized the party switch yet, so that's going to go to the Democrats. Going to the state of Pennsylvania, we do have the Democrats winning Pennsylvania because, a lot of these rural counties, they really like the Democrats now after the party switch, while the Republicans will win Georgia because black voters really love the Republicans. So after the party switch, we have a map in which the Republicans win 269 electoral votes to the Democrats 269. And if you think this map is surprising, you probably haven't read the news. And even if you read the news and you didn't realize of the party switch, first of all, check your internet, make sure it is stable, no one has hacked it yet. The second is that do make sure that you're reading it well. If you did not realize there was a party switch, you read the news, nothing talked about it, then your news company is absolutely rigged. So do check for that. If you still don't see it, then that's your problem. That's not mine, alright? So yeah, this is the updated electoral map for the Democrats and Republicans. Democrats at 269, Republicans at 269. Republicans flipping California, New York, and a lot of the northeastern states in Washington, Oregon, Hawaii. While the Democrats flipping a lot of the Midlands, Texas, Florida, and a lot of swing states. So, yeah, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to give it a like, a subscribe. And I know a lot of people are going to dislike this video because they think this video is totally trash. It's not. This is very, very realistic. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And bye.